talk about my dad for a while. When I was a little kid, my dad's favorite thing to do was to watch the movie Jaws and then quote it out of context for 3 weeks after that. Like, every time, without fail, he would watch it, and then a couple days later, I'd be like, "Hey, Dad, where's the milk?" And he'd be like, "We're gonna need a bigger boat." I'd be like, "No, Dad, the milk." And he'd be like, "Gonna get milk." "God damn it, Dad, where's the milk? I'm thirsty, and I have some cereal." That's what he would do. It was his favorite thing ever to do. And then a couple years ago, this is unrelated to the Jaws thing, but my dad got really into Native American culture. And I don't say like into it in the way that like he read a couple books and watched a documentary. I say into it in the way that we had a teepee in our backyard for a couple months, and we have unfinished bows and arrows laying around our basement. That's how into it he was. And then one year on his birthday, my mom got him a authentic Native American wooden flute, and he said it was the best gift that he had ever gotten, and he meant it. Like, it wasn't like I got him like a world's greatest dad mug, and he's like, "This is the greatest gift ever." It was like someone had just given him $1 million, wrapped in $1 billion, shoved inside a blowjob. Like, he could literally not be more excited about this gift that he'd gotten. And like, we didn't even get to hear how excited he was, because he opened up the box and saw what it was and immediately started to play it. And what's odd about that is he didn't know how to play it. Like, he just started blowing into it. It was like, "I'm going to channel these spirits of the ancestors." Like, "No, you're not, Dad. We are 0% Indian. The only ancestors that you're going to channel are going to give you a smallpox blanket until you shut the fuck up." And he was like, "No, I'm just going to feel the music." And I was like, "Listen, hot cross runs with funds. You're not going to do that." I just wanted to say hot cross runs with funds. But he would go, he would take the flute, like he really loved the flute, and he would take it out into the wilderness and go play on these nature walks that he would take, and he would go into the woods and play his flute. And what's weird about that is that the woods by our house that he would go into are less woods and more people's backyards with trees. And so my dad would just be walking around the backyards with his flute. Like, is that a Jewish Bigfoot back there? No, it's my dad playing his flute. And then he would come back and be like, "Hey, Dad, how was your nature walk?" He was like, "It was pretty good. It was very peaceful. I saw like 2 or 3 deer. The deer, they really take to the flute." "No, you're not the Pied Piper of deer, Dad. I think the deer just coming to see what the fuck you're doing like everyone else is." That was it. My dad, now his thing is that this isn't a lie, he is now studying to become a yogi. He's very into yoga, and he's a vegetarian now, and he listens to yoga chants all day long. My dad has turned into a girl that I would not date. That's all I'm saying on that one. But that's really what's going on with my dad. I'm really, I don't know how to start this. I didn't learn sex from TV like a normal kid. I learned it from health class in school. Like, I guess how you're supposed to learn it in school, like what they want you to learn. So I was like really bad at, like, if you were to ask me the ways that someone could die when I was in high school, my top 3 answers would be AIDS, syphilis, and then cat AIDS. Like, that's how scared I was of sex. Like, they drill it home. That's all that health class is. Like, you're going to die if you have sex. If you touch a vagina, it's going to bite your hand off. That's what they drill you with in health class in public schools. And in private schools, I don't know what they teach. I mean, it's just like, don't do it.
Yeah, they show you slides. Oh, yeah.
That's porn, right? Is that, am I going on a limb saying that's porn? Is it?
Never seen porn. That's what it says.
Fuck yeah, public schools. Let's rock this some more. I'd rather be terrified of vagina than see one that close when I was in high school. It'd be weird to be in the middle of class and know that everyone in class had a boner at the same time. Like, wouldn't that be strange? Like, if you just, or not. I don't know. Maybe that's normal. But, I don't know where I'm going with this. Like, so I was like really bad at sex and like anything related to it. Like when I was in high school, these 2 girls, I was on AOL Instant Messenger, doing what high school kids do, just chit chatting away. My screen name was Really Skinny 11 because I was very creative. And I was talking to this girl, and she was like, "My parents are gone for the weekend. You should come over and hang out with me and my friend." And I knew enough to know that I wanted to do that. I was like, "Yeah, I will do that." And thank you. And so I drove over, I didn't have my license yet, and I took my brother's car, and I drove over to her house, and I walked in the door, and her and her friend are like laying on their bed, and I'm like, "Oh, hey, guys." And they're like, "Hey, so what do you want to do?" And I was like, "I don't know. What do you want to do?" And they're like, "I don't know. You tell us." I was like, "We could watch a movie." And they're like, yeah, let's do that. So we watched The Jungle Book, and then I left. Because that's what I was going on in my brain. I cared more about the bare necessities than my own necessities, apparently. And then I ran into that girl years later, and she was like, yeah, we invited you over that night because we wanted to have a threesome with you. And I was like, really? That's a lot. Up until that point in my life, I hadn't had an any-some yet. I had been on a strict diet of no-sums. I had some me-sums, a lot of I-sums. Very few sums is really more of what it was. That's all for me. I'll end it there.